I've also got B.S. Arun who's with me in the studio. But before that, I want to go across to my colleagues joining us live. Purnima is outside Mallikarjun Kharge's residence, and Rohini Swami is also keeping a track of developments in Bengaluru. Purnima, I want to come to you first. Exactly what's happening at Mr. Kharge's house?
Well, at the moment, DK Shivakumar is meeting Kharge at the residence. From here, they will be heading to the Congress office, and there will be a joint press conference following that at around 6 p.m. is what we are being told. Remember, earlier today, KC Venugopal had also come here. They had a discussion, and they still keep us guessing in terms of whether a decision has been made by the High Command on who the CM candidate would be. But at the moment, they remain tight-lipped. They say Kharge is only one who will speak on that, and there is a press conference at 6 p.m. As we speak here at Kharge's residence, DK Shivakumar has arrived, and he arrived 10-15 minutes ago, and the meeting is still going on. Anytime now, they will be leaving for the Congress party office from here.
Okay. Rohini, what's the plan exactly? If I got it right earlier in the day, the legislative party meet is tomorrow, right? That's where the decision could be taken?
That's when the major decision will be taken as to who will be the chief minister from the Congress for the state of Karnataka. But this particular meeting also will be all the candidates who have won coming together at the Congress office, congratulating each other, and also this is the time that they can actually celebrate because they have put in their hard work. And like you just said, right, this time it was an election of local issues. They were very organized. The Congress was extremely organized. They started their work 6 to 8 months ahead of time, and they ensured that they have brought in this 130 plus seats for themselves. So this particular meeting, apart from addressing the media, will also be to ensure that all of them get together and celebrate it. But celebrations aside, there are very important things to work out for them. One is about the first they have taken on who is going to be the chief minister or chief minister for Karnataka, and that will be a tough decision, and that will take several hours. And that is why we've seen that DK Shivakumar, who's the Karnataka state chief, and then AICC chief as well, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge, will be in the newly inaugurated Congress office. It was just inaugurated recently by Rahul Gandhi. Right. And then we're expecting Siddaramaiah also to join us very soon, after which we have what I have been speaking to several MLAs who have won across parties, but specifically with the Congress, also saying that they are heading to the party so that they can meet with the three of them as well.
Right. All right, Purnima and Rohini, we'll keep coming back to you. Let me also bring in B.S. Arun, who's obviously tracked these elections very closely, tracks Karnataka politics, and has been with us on CNN News 18. Lots of big headlines coming in from this election, B.S. Arun. But I think fundamentally what the Congress needs to be applauded for is that even in this moment, they're very controlled, right? Despite this huge win, they're controlled, they're following a procedure. Of course, behind the scenes, both DKS and Siddaramaiah will pitch for themselves. But nobody is breaking party decorum. And I think that's been their success this time.
I think the party should behave that way. This is the sort of culmination of what has been happening over the last nearly 1 year when both Siddaramaiah and Shivakumar maintained that unity phase. Yeah. You know, they kept on telling people that, no, we are not going to fight. And even after the elections, they went to the Chamundi Hills where the Chamundeshwari temple is situated and together offered the prayers. So that was the kind of unity they showed. And now that is, I won't be surprised even if the CM's election happens without any fracas as many are expecting.
Exactly. So it looks like it's going fairly good for them, fairly well for them. You know, it's not like it's becoming uncontrollable for them, something that has happened in the past. And just to, just for the benefit of our viewers, there are, of course, 2 states where leadership issues have been a bit of an embarrassment for them, if not cost them down outright. And here, of course, they will want to make sure that they don't lose the gains because of this infighting. But I want to come to the other national picture, B.S. Arun, as well. Do you believe this makes any difference to the 2024 narrative? Especially vis-a-vis Karnataka, or from what we've seen of the Prime Minister's popularity, that contest is going to be very different to a state election?
It would be very interesting because in 2014 and 2019, BJP ran away with huge victory in Karnataka. Yeah. Especially last 2019 election where they won 26 out of 28 seats. So it was a huge victory for BJP. BJP will try to, sort of recollect and come back with all its force, all its might in its and then they will try to win as many seats as possible. At the same time, Congress won't be lagging behind. because it will certainly assess and see, and it will be certainly a good exercise that the Congress will make to make an impact of the Lok Sabha elections in Karnataka, selecting the right candidates, putting them in the right places, and certainly it would be an interesting game that we are going to see.
Okay, I want to bring in my colleague Harish also joining us. He's joining us from the Congress headquarters, the KPCC headquarters in Bengaluru. Harish, that's where everybody's collecting now, isn't it? That's where the big celebration is going to take place.
Absolutely. In fact, the celebrations have already started. You can see a lot of these troops which have gathered here, whether it's Dollu Kunita, the Yakshagana team. You have a lot of teams, the local Chande Nada team also. You have the Kilu Kuzures here. So a lot of folk teams here. Till a while ago, you had a lot of song and dance here. But now, everyone is in anticipation of DK Shivakumar making his way towards the Congress office. And that's precisely one of the reasons why you have a lot of supporters who have gathered here. You already have chants going on calling for DK Shivakumar to be the next chief ministerial candidate. Some are saying DK Nama next Mukhyamantri, others saying DK for CM. So all this tactics out here outside the Congress office, but it all boils down to what the Congress believes would be the best bet for them. Remember, they have an election to face in the next 1 year, and with a mandate like this, it will be extremely difficult for the Congress party to decline Siddaramaiah a shot at the CM chair.
Absolutely. We'll stay with those visuals. B.S. Arun, I want to also take your opinion on, the big setbacks for the BJP. Out of the 30 sitting ministers, on last count, 12 of them had lost. You've got big names like B.C. Nagesh, C.T. Ravi, Sri Ramalu, R. Shoka, who have lost. How do you read this for the BJP? Clearly anti-incumbency against them.
This shows the enormity of defeat for the BJP. Not only their numbers have reduced to a low level of 65 as of now, but the ministers, many of them, who are the very senior ministers in the government, and some of them who have defected from the Congress and Janata Dal, they got defeated. People like Sudhakar, he was one of those turncoats.
Yes.
So they got defeated, and this shows the message. This also conveys the message that the party, the people don't like this kind of turncoats. That is number one. And number two, this was also very significant because this is the biggest margin of victory, both in terms of vote share and the seat share since 1989.
Yeah, absolutely.
When Congress got 43% under Virendra Patil. Now, after that, this is the biggest victory that any party, whether it's Congress or the BJP, has achieved. And therein lies the importance of this victory for Congress.
Even in 1999, it was actually a little bit smaller than this. Their vote share was not as high, and they had 132. Today, they're continuing to hover about 136. Their vote share is 43%, which is massive. Before that, the only time there was a bigger victory for the Congress party was 10 years before that in 1989 when they had 178. But certainly since 1999, we haven't seen parties crossing the majority mark so comfortably, B.S. Arun, barring, of course, I think 2013, which was obviously a different kind of an election because of the local factors, Yediyurappa factor being different. But, barring that, do you feel like Karnataka is genuinely moving towards bipolar now and the JDS factor is going to be consistently reduced now?
Possibly. Another thing for 2013 is it can be taken as a sort of an aberration because Yediyurappa had gone away and Sri Ramalu formed his own party. So these two were important leaders. So that Congress took advantage of those splits within the BJP and romped home.
So the natural comparison should be with 1999 actually,
right,
where they had 102. They've actually bettered that.